Hey folks, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. So, the circus, that is the Chris Eubank Jr. Conor Benn fight, continues apace. This time, it's over the weigh-in. Now, as we know, both fighters have to weigh in at the middleweight maximum, which is 160 pounds. Apparently, contracts were in place to penalize a fighter that missed the weigh-in, and such contract contained financial penalties. Now, Chris Eubank Jr. has indeed missed the 160-pound ceiling. He missed it by a whopping 25 grams or so, which is half an ounce. Now, I don't know how carefully the scales were calibrated. Certainly on my own scales at home, it's very easy to be off by half an ounce. Even expensive scales can be off, but let's just assume that the scales were properly calibrated. And on his second attempt, his first attempt was a smidge more. On his second attempt, he missed that weigh-in by half an ounce. And he's been fined. I guess it's a contractually agreed financial penalty of $500,000. This works out to be approximately £375,000. Now, much is being made, of course, about how this is so unfair to Chris Eubank Jr., and it's very easy to have some sympathy with that position. Though, to be entirely fair, to bat down the middle, as it were, we must remember that this is something that Chris Eubank Jr. has contractually agreed to. So, while it seems unfair, it seems petty, it seems pathetic, to be perfectly honest, it is something that he's agreed to. Eddie Hearn, of course, is rubbing his little greedy hands with glee. I must say that Eddie Hearn is not coming across. Not that I was a big fan of Eddie Hearn. Don't, please, let's be reasonable here. Eddie Hearn is becoming even more dislikable, if that's possible, over this whole thing. But maybe that's all part of the shtick. It's so hard to separate the wheat from the chaff with respect to this fight. You know, how much is bullshit, how much is narrative, how much is just plain old storytelling nonsense, right? But regardless, Chris Eubank Jr. has missed weight. I've also been able to confirm from various sources that I've seen online that the rehydration clause allows for a maximum weight gain of 10 pounds, which is 2 pounds less than the IBF now allow. The IBF now allow for a 12-pound weight gain. But again, excuse me please, it's been contractually agreed that no more than 10 pounds can be gained. Again, you know, one can argue about how annoying this is, how silly this is, how dangerous this is, but it's something that the parties have agreed to. Now, with respect to Conor Benn has come in underweight. Conor Benn weighed in at 156 pounds. Now, clearly this is part of a plan to bring him down below and then let him, you know, gain whatever weight is appropriate. There's no issue with Conor Benn's weight. Conor Benn's going to be as fit as a butcher's dog tomorrow night. He's going to be in, you know, prime condition. Chris Eubank Jr. is, well, as we've always known, it's going to be a question of how much can he recharge his energy levels so that he has, 70% of his regular abilities, shall we say. And I've, of course, made a prediction video where I'm predicting Chris Eubank to prevail, to win, based on that gamble, if you like, that he's able to rehydrate sufficiently so that he's got his brain is switched on properly, his resilience is there, his stamina is there, his punch resistance is there, his energy levels are there. Of course, it's a risk. You know, all things being equal, if they were both at 100%, I would have no hesitation whatsoever in backing Chris Eubank Jr. I am sort of fingers crossed that he can rebuild enough of his energies to prevail over Conor Benn. A number of people are saying that the fix is in, that this is preordained to be a draw or preordained for a Conor Benn win, so that there's a rematch and so that we, the fans, can be rinsed for more money. I'm not discounting any of those things. There's so much shenanigans and BS and insert the rude word you like involved in all this that it's so hard to tell. I'm hoping to see Conor Benn completely flattened out, but of course we shall see. Anyways, that's all. I fly back home tomorrow, so next week I'll be able to once again be more on top of things that are happening in the boxing world and keep the channel going. We're at 950 subscribers now, which is absolutely stunning. It's amazing. I'm so pleased. 50 more and we'll be at that magic 1,000 number. So thank you all for the support you give to the channel, the likes, the comments, and the subscriptions. It's so appreciated. Wherever you are in the world today, have a fabulous day. It's looking just a smidge overcast here today, but I'm sure it'll brighten up. Certainly better than it's been back home, where I'm told that we actually had a little snow while I was down here on the beach getting a suntan. So I really can't complain if it's a little bit overcast. Again, thank you all so much appreciated. Thanks for visiting Canada's Boxing Channel. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye now.